Hi, this is Dan from Real Mac Software, and as always, we're going to have a look at what's new in RapidWeaver Elements. Now, last week we looked at video galleries, and one of the things that stood out from all the comments was you guys wanted to know, do we support Vimeo? And at the time we didn't, but we've looked into it and we've added support for dragging and dropping Vimeo videos in, and we're using their API, so it's a really nice tight integration. I'm going to demo that to you, but also we're going to look at file sharing as well. How you can add a list of files to your site for people to download and browse. These could be PDFs, MP3s, zips, things like that. But first, let's dive into the videos. Right, so I've got my tutorial page from last week, and I've got this empty space for a video here. And what we're going to need is we're going to need some videos, and we're going to need some Vimeo videos. Let's have a look here. So I've got some of these old YouTube ones here that we did last week. But what we're going to do is, let me open Safari, and I've got a couple of tabs here. So I've got, this is a single video Vimeo, drop it into the resources, downloads all the details there. And Vimeo has things like playlists, and they're called collections in Vimeo. So we support those as well. As you can see there on the URL, this one's like a showcase, but it's a collection of videos. And if I drop this in, Elements does its thing and goes and grabs all the details and all the videos. And just like last week, you can see it's got that little cog on there that kind of denotes that it's a smart folder. So what we're going to do is I can take this, let's highlight that. I can take this Vimeo video and I can drop it there. And there we go. We've got a Vimeo video straight in the site, just like that. And the same works on the galleries for collections like this. And one nice thing we added that wasn't here last week, just a little bit of refinement and polish, is you can right click and you can say view on YouTube. So I can select those, and if I click there, it'll open up the link and I can go and view that video. So that's very nice. It's a nice way to go and refine that, the URL for where you got that video from. So little things like that. And obviously you can resync from Vimeo just like you can with YouTube, like if you had removed some of these, etc. So that was just a quick update on what we've done there based on your feedback. So thanks for that. We just assumed kind of everyone would use YouTube, and probably not many people are using Vimeos, but yeah, Vimeo is better quality and some people do need it. So that's a nice, easy way to do that. Right, let's move on to file sharing. So let's have a look here. I've set up this downloads page. And I've added a, I've already got it in there. I've added a file list element. So this is a new one here, a file list element. And really, some of these elements, they're not, as I think I've said before, they're not finished. And they are, sometimes they're kind of proof of concept. Like, this is what we can do with the new technology that we've built. It doesn't mean this is going to be exactly what will be in the product. I mean, I'm sure this one will be, but it's kind of take it as a glimpse into what we're building and what some of the possibilities are. So let's start with something simple. So I'm going to drop, we'll highlight this, and I'm going to drop my photos onto here. So let's do that. So if I just drop it in there, then boom, it's given us a list of the photos. And you'll notice it's given us all the file names, but what it's done is it's given us the file type, and also Elements has worked out the file size for those. So it displays it in a human readable form, so megabytes rather than just a string of bytes. It's nicely formatted, and we've got a nice little download link there, the links to the original file. And of course, you can customize all these things in here. We've customized the icon here. So not site icon. Let's drag in another one of these. So if we wanted a circle, we can drop that one in. You can see it just updates. Boom, like that. We'll go back to the cloud because I like that one. And we can obviously change the color. And it changes. Let's see something a bit more visible. So you can see like that. But we'll leave it there. And again, this is beautiful because this all works with our built-in theming system. So, you know, you can change the fonts and the colors. and the spacing, which we'll get to in future videos. We just need to do a bit more work on that before we show it to you. You know, I can click this, the color here, and as we talked about before, it creates a grad of colors. So I've got a light blue here, but if I move this, you can see how all the elements in the page change. So I've got these all hooked up to this same color gradient, which is really nice, especially when you want to keep things in a similar looking theme, you know. So here I just go, I can go make it purple, and you'll notice we've got a dark purple there and a lighter purple, and even there's little lighter separator lines here, which you probably can't see on the video. But all the rollovers and everything are different, and it's such a nice way to work there. So let's pick, I kind of want a kind of brown, kind of filey looking type there. So I'm gonna let's stick with that. So that's that. So let's add some other resources to this. If I go to my website resources, now I've got some PDFs. So if I drop some PDFs in my resources here, then let's close a few of these up so we can see what we're doing. There I've got some PDFs, and I can take the PDFs and let's scroll up there, and I can drop them in there. And again, it lists them out, all PDFs, lists out their file sizes, and you'll notice it's got those PDFs and it's generated thumbnails for them. So they're just appearing small at the moment, but we can control that, and it's these things that make your life, or which will make your life a lot easier. You know, if you want to list PDFs on your site to download, you don't have to worry about generating the thumbnail. We can do all that for you, and it does it right there. So it's taken the first page and used it, converted it into a PNG, and used it as the thumbnail there. And of course, we can just reorganize these, and it instantly updates, which is really nice. Let's add something else. Let's add, I've got some, you might have some downloads. So if I add downloads, and I'll drop the downloads in there. Now, I've got a mixture here of zip files and MP3s, and you can see it's gone off and got the icon for the zip and the MP3s, and we've taken that from the Finder, and again we've converted that to a PNG, and that's now in your site, and that does that automatically, so you don't have to worry about doing thumbnails again. It all just works. So what we can do is let's pop these, what have we got? Let's pop these PDFs in the downloads. And now we've got all these files, and I can move these, I can organize these how I like. So now we've got a lot of files in here, which is great. And you might, I could imagine this list getting very long, especially, you know, if you're doing weekly newsletters that are PDFs and you want people to download them. You're running a club, and you could imagine you could have, you know, you could have 50 of these. You could have a lot, you could have years worth. And to find those PDFs for your for people browsing your site, they might want to search. So what we've added is we've added filtering. Now I'll just enable that, and you see we get this filter bar here. Now the amazing thing here is none of what I've shown you requires PHP. It doesn't require a database or anything like that. This will work just published anywhere. So we're generating on the back end, behind the scenes, we're generating an XML file list here that we're putting into here that will do the live filtering. So let's preview this. Let's just go ahead and preview this in Safari. So here's our page. And what I can do is I might want to find all the PDFs in here. So I can do PDF, and boom, it's giving me a list of PDFs. Just like that, it's live filtering. And I might want the MP3s, I can do that. And, you know, I might want to see what developer guides. There we are, there's the developer guide. So just by typing in there, you know, there's no database, there's no PHP. This just works, which is incredible. And this again, like I alluded to before, that this is just a bit of a demo of the technology we're building in that makes so many things possible, and we can add this to other types of elements, and we've got some really great ideas that we're working on where this could be used. So, you know, this really is just kind of giving you a glimpse into where we're headed and how powerful this stuff is. And it's like nothing else I've seen out there. It's just so simple to do this stuff. And that's what we're really trying to do. We want to build a web app that allows people to build sites so that has the things they need built in, these simple things like RapidWeaver originally had, because we have a file list in RapidWeaver where you can get this kind of functionality, but it was always a bit limited. And so what we're doing, we're bringing that those things that we created 10 years ago or more, and we're updating them for the modern era. And this is where we're headed. So I hope you like the look of this and where we're going. And I hope you'll agree that this way of working is super powerful. And yeah, we're just getting started. So before I finish up, I do want to mention, not every week. We've had quite a spate of new features every week, which has been amazing, and it's been great to show off kind of what we're working on, and it's great to show off these new features. But we are getting to the point now where we actually need to polish a lot of these things up, because we want to get a beta out, to a first beta for you guys to test. And there's a lot of areas that need polishing up. So in the coming weeks, I'm going to do a video every week, so don't worry. We might not have so many new features to show off, but I can show you what we're polishing and what's improving there. But all of this is because we really want to get this into your hands so you can use it and have a play with it. We're still a way off. The thing with development is it always takes longer than you expect, because there's edge cases, things you didn't think of, and etc. I'm not going to get into that, but that's kind of just a heads up for where we're headed. So anyway, I will leave it there for this week, but I hope you really like this, and let us know what you think, especially with the live filtering and the file listing. Let us know what you think of that, and if you've got any ideas for things you want to see, or how you think it could be used. So yeah, all right, that's enough for this week. I will see you next week. All right, have a good one. Cheers, bye.